A poor girl enters a luxury mall with coins clutched in her hand, asking strangers, "How much for my mom?" Behind her eyes is a secret so painful it'll leave even a billionaire shattered. Before starting the story, make sure to subscribe the channel so that you don't miss any update in future. The mall was glowing, dressed in golden lights, its glass walls reflecting the kind of world only the rich could touch. People walked in with branded bags and walked out with more: perfume, pearls, promises. Security guards stood tall, suits pressed, earpieces tucked behind their ears like bodyguards in a movie. And right at the edge of the revolving doors stood a little girl, 7, maybe 8, bare feet, a plastic bag for a purse. Hair messy, clothes wrinkled like she'd slept on a bench. She stepped inside. Her tiny feet touched the cold marble. Nobody noticed her. Not at first. She walked past the perfume counter, past the makeup mirrors, past the glimmering chandeliers that sparkled like fairy wings. In her hand, she clutched a few coins. Some were rupees, others foreign. She didn't know the difference. She only knew one thing. She needed to buy something important. A lady at the candy kiosk glanced down and frowned. "Hey, little one, are you lost?" The girl looked up, her voice soft but steady.
"No.
I came to buy my mom." The air shifted. The woman blinked, confused. What did you say?" The girl lifted her palm, coins shaking slightly. "I have money."
My mom's inside, I think."
They took her. She wasn't making a scene. She wasn't crying. And maybe that's what made it so haunting. The calmness. The certainty. As if buying a mom was as normal as buying a pack of gum. Security was called, of course. Not because she was dangerous, but because she didn't fit the aesthetic. A dirty little girl in a rich man's paradise. And when the guard kneeled to ask her questions, she just repeated it. "She went in here. They said she had to go. She said she'd be right back. But she didn't come." That was 2 days ago. 2 nights ago, she'd fallen asleep just outside, curled on the bench near the parking lot, shivering under her school bag. She hadn't eaten, but she waited. And this morning, she came inside to do what her heart believed would fix everything. Buy her mom back. The guard didn't know what to do. This wasn't part of protocol. But he saw something in her eyes, something that made him stand still. "Do you know your mom's name?" he asked. "Amara," she whispered. "She wears blue. And smells like jasmine. She didn't mean to leave me. She never does." The manager of the mall arrived. His name tag gleamed. Mr. Vikram, general manager. His suit was expensive, but his eyes were tired. At first, he sighed, ready to wave the girl off. But then the security whispered in his ear. Vikram leaned down, trying not to show emotion. "What exactly are you trying to do, little one?" he asked. She opened her bag. The plastic rustled. There were coins, a pencil, a button, and a small plastic ring. "I brought all my treasure. I know she costs more, but maybe someone will take this and give her back." A man nearby had stopped scrolling his phone. A couple abandoned their selfie. A cleaner paused mid-swipe. And just like that, silence fell. Because pain, pure, innocent pain, doesn't need volume. It just needs truth. Vikram didn't know what to say. He was a manager, not a magician. But for the first time in a long time, he didn't care about schedules, sales, or scanners. "Where's your house?" he asked gently. She looked away. It was with Mom. That single sentence hit like thunder. No address.
No door.
No pillow to cry into. She hadn't just lost her mother. She'd lost her entire world. Vikram stood up. "Get the police," he told the guard quietly. "We need to help her." But the girl didn't want police. "No, please," she said quickly. "If they come, she'll run. Last time they came, she hid for days. I just want her back." That made Vikram stop. "Last time?" The girl nodded. "At the hospital. They said she screamed too much. Said she couldn't keep me. But she did. She always did." Now people were listening. Really listening. A woman from the cosmetics counter brought warm tea. Someone handed over a chocolate. The girl didn't eat. She just stared at the fountain in the center of the mall, where the water danced in spirals. like it was trying to touch the ceiling. My mom said if I ever got lost, to look for the place that looks like stars live there.
This place looks like that.
So she must be here. A tear finally dropped from her cheek. Vikram looked around. Does anyone recognize her? Anyone at all? No one did. But then, one of the janitors walked closer. An older man, balding, slow, but with eyes that saw things others ignored. I've seen her mother, he said quietly. She cleaned this mall once. For 3 months. Quiet lady. Wore jasmine oil. The girl's eyes lit up. Where is she? She stopped coming. HR said she collapsed in the supply room. They sent her to a government hospital. After that, nothing. Vikram's chest tightened. He turned to the girl. Sweetheart, we'll find her. I promise. The girl nodded, but her hands kept shaking, because in her heart, she feared something no child should ever have to think. What if her coins weren't enough? The little girl sat on a bench now, not outside in the cold, but inside the shining mall, under artificial stars. Still barefoot. Still holding her plastic bag of coins like a sacred offering. Vikram, the mall manager, knelt beside her, trying to remain composed. Around them, a quiet crowd lingered, pretending to shop, but eyes kept drifting back. Because this wasn't just a girl anymore. It was a story that had cracked open something forgotten in them. We'll check the hospitals, Vikram promised gently. There are a few nearby. One of them must have taken her in. The girl nodded, but her expression didn't change. That steady gaze, like she'd aged years in 2 days, remained fixed on the fountain, like she was waiting for her mom to rise out of it. She whispered. She always came back, even when they said she wouldn't. Vikram signaled to the janitor. Which hospital was it? Municipal General, the old man said. She fainted in the back hallway. HR sent her with 2 guards. Without another word, Vikram grabbed his phone and made the call. The girl sat still. In her mind, she was replaying the last goodbye. The way her mother had smiled that day, shaky and pale, pretending to be fine. She'd kissed the girl's forehead, tucked her hair behind her ears, and said, "Be good. I'll bring your favorite bread rolls tonight." But the bread never came. The sun had risen twice since then. She had waited on the same bench both nights, clutching her coins tighter each time someone passed her by. Suddenly, a voice broke the silence. "I think I saw her," came a new voice, a teenage boy, maybe 16. He worked at the electronics store. He stepped forward, nervous. She came in 3 nights ago, looked really tired, asked if we had phones under 1,000 rupees. She said she needed to make a call. What happened after that? Vikram asked sharply. The boy hesitated. I told her the cheapest was 5,000. She left.
Kinda stumbled out.
I didn't know she was sick. The girl looked up, eyes wide. She tried to call me. She doesn't remember my number. Vikram clenched his jaw. It's okay. We'll find her. But inside, he felt a sudden rush of guilt. How many people had she passed? How many doors did she knock on while collapsing inside? The janitor added softly. She didn't have anyone. Used to talk to herself sometimes. About her daughter. Said she'd never let the world steal her. And yet, the world had done just that. Vikram's call finally connected. Municipal General? Yes. I'm calling about a patient who may have been brought in 2 nights ago. Female, mid-30s. Collapsed at Galaxy Mall. Name could be Amara. He listened. The girl held her breath. Then Vikram's face changed. Something behind his eyes shifted. She was here, he asked.
Pause.
When was she released?
Pause.
No record of where she went. She didn't leave a number. Another pause. Thank you. He ended the call. His voice lowered. She was there. She was discharged yesterday. Where did she go? The girl asked quickly. They don't know. He crouched to her level again. But now we have a name and a time. We can trace her. I'll call the other hospitals, okay? The girl just stared. She wasn't blinking. She didn't forget me, she whispered. She tried. A man stepped forward now, middle-aged, expensive shoes, sharp suit. A customer, He'd been watching the whole time. There was something different in his eyes. "I can help," he said. "I run a local network. We have access to traffic cams, street footage. If she passed any main road, we can spot her." Vikram hesitated, then nodded. "We'll take it." The stranger crouched in front of the girl. "What's your name, sweetheart?" "Zoya." He smiled gently. "That's a beautiful name." She didn't smile back. He opened his laptop. A few minutes later, he was pulling up video feeds. "If she left the hospital yesterday, let's start there." Clip after clip.
Cars. People. Dust. Lights.
Then there. A frail woman in a blue kurta, walking unevenly, holding her stomach like it hurt. "That's her," Zoya said. "That's my mom." Everyone leaned closer. In the footage, Amara walked toward a bus stop. But then she collapsed again, right on the sidewalk. No one stopped. She pushed herself up. Tried again. A street cleaner passed her by. Someone on a motorcycle slowed but drove off. Zoya watched her mother crawl toward the shade of a wall and sit there, head in her hands. The video ended. The man rewound. "Wait," Vikram said. "That wall. I know it. It's near Sector 11. The girl stood. She didn't wait for permission. "I'm going," she said. "You're not going alone," Vikram replied. "We're all going." Within minutes, the girl, Vikram, the stranger, and the janitor were in a van headed toward the area. On the ride, Zoya whispered, "She gets scared when too many people come. She thinks they'll take me." "She'll see you," Vikram said softly. "That's all she'll need." The van turned the corner of Sector 11. Trash piled on the sides. Broken walls. Graffiti. The place looked like the world had forgotten it existed. They stopped near the wall from the footage. And then they saw her, Amara, hunched over, hair tangled, clothes torn at the sleeve, sleeping or unconscious against the concrete, her head leaning sideways. Zoya didn't wait. She jumped out and ran. Coins spilled from her bag, scattering across the road. She didn't even notice. "Mama," her voice echoed. Amara stirred, eyes opened barely. And then, when she saw the tiny silhouette of her daughter running toward her, her body jerked awake. "Zoya?" She tried to sit up.
Failed.
Zoya dropped to her knees and hugged her mother so tight, it looked like she wanted to crawl inside her heart. "You came back," Amara whispered. "You really came." "I brought everything I had," Zoya whispered. "I was going to buy you back." Amara broke. Her arms wrapped around her daughter as tears streamed down her face, raw, heavy, and silent. Vikram watched from the van. The janitor had taken off his cap. The stranger closed his laptop, whispering something that sounded like a prayer. No one said a word, because sometimes love needs no audience, just reunion. The sun dipped low behind the buildings of Sector 11, casting long shadows across the broken pavement where mother and daughter clung to each other like two halves of the same heartbeat. Amara's arms were weak, but they didn't let go. Zoya's body was trembling, not from fear anymore, but from relief too big for her tiny chest. "I thought they took you," Amara whispered. Her voice was cracked, brittle like dry leaves. "I thought I failed you again." Zoya just shook her head, pressing her face into her mother's shoulder. "I waited. I brought everything, even the ring. I was going to buy you back." Amara's tears slipped quietly, tracing her dirt-streaked cheeks. "You never needed to buy me. You were always the only thing I never gave away." The man in the suit, the one who had pulled up the CCTV footage, stepped forward now, slowly, as if not to disturb the moment. He took off his sunglasses and crouched down, his eyes softer than before.
"We can help," he said.
"Both of you." Amara looked up, blinking like she didn't believe him. "Help how?" He didn't give her empty promises. Just a card. "My name's Arian. I run a shelter for women with kids. Safe place.
Food. Beds.
Counselors. No judgment. You can stay as long as you need." Amara stared at the card like it was made of fire. "Is it real?" she asked. "Yes." Vikram's voice cut in from behind. "It's real. I've sent people there before." And if you'll let me, I'll make sure Zoya gets to go to school again. Zoya's eyes widened.
School.
Vikram smiled. The kind with books, and crayons, and chocolate milk. A small giggle escaped her lips. It was the first sound of childhood she'd made in days. Maybe weeks. But Amara looked unsure. She glanced down at her clothes, her body shaking from weakness. I don't want to be a burden. I don't want anyone to pity me. You're not a burden, Arian said gently. You're a fighter. You're a mother who never gave up. That's not weakness. That's rare. The janitor, standing near the van, added quietly, You cleaned our floors. But no one knew your heart was carrying so much more. Amara looked down at Zoya again, her trembling hand stroking her daughter's hair. Can we really stay somewhere without being told to leave? Arian nodded.
Yes.
And if you ever feel unsafe, you can walk away. No pressure. No papers. Just people. That night, for the first time in many, Amara didn't fall asleep on concrete. She was taken to the shelter in a small private vehicle, wrapped in a clean blanket, with Zoya fast asleep on her lap. Inside the shelter, the staff didn't ask questions. They offered warm soup, a fresh set of clothes, and silence, the kind that heals. Zoya woke up in a real bed, a soft one, with a pillow that didn't smell like bus fumes. She stared at the ceiling. There were glow-in-the-dark stars stuck to it. Mama, she whispered, we're inside the place where stars live. Amara turned to look at her. Zoya smiled faintly. Like you said, if I ever get lost, find the stars. Amara pulled her close. And you found me. Days passed, and each one added color to their world again. Zoya was enrolled in a small community school. On the first day, she cried, afraid her mother would disappear again. But when she came back to pick her up, holding a small packet of bread rolls, Zoya knew this time was different. Vikram kept his promise. He visited often, bringing school supplies and books. Sometimes just to listen. The janitor, whose name was Yusuf, came once a week to read to Zoya from old storybooks he'd collected. His voice cracked on big words, but Zoya didn't care. She liked the way he smelled of soap and mints. And Arian, the man who had stepped forward when no one else did, stayed in touch. Quietly, not for credit, just to make sure the stars didn't fall again. But the world still had eyes. And one day, a teenager from the mall uploaded a short clip, just 15 seconds long, of Zoya clutching coins and saying, I came to buy my mom. The video exploded. People cried in comments, donated, sent messages. The shelter received more funding in 48 hours than it had in 5 years. But more than that, people remembered. That love isn't made of currency. That family isn't built from contracts. That pain, when it's pure, speaks louder than anything. Zoya never saw the video.
She didn't need to.
Her world was already full again. One evening, while sitting on a bench outside the shelter garden, Zoya turned to her mom. Mama, what would have happened if they hadn't helped us? Amara paused. They did, she replied. That's all that matters. Zoya nodded slowly. I'm gonna grow up and help moms too. The ones who lose their kids. I'll find them. Amara smiled, her hand tightening around hers. I believe you. Zoya leaned her head on her mother's shoulder. And Mama? Yes. Next time I bring you treasure, it won't be coins. What will it be? Maybe crayons. Or stars. Or the home. Amara closed her eyes. You already gave me that. Love isn't something you buy. It's something you fight for, wait for, and hold on to, even when the world lets go. Sometimes, the richest souls are the ones with nothing in their hands, but everything in their hearts.